Okay, so let's go back to the Premiere. I'm just going to start the process again. I'm going to start a new project. I'm going to call it Color Cycle. And okay. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to import our PNGs, the 4 different versions of stills of your logo. So import, and you can select the whole folder, make sure it's the correct one, and say import. Now it shows up as a folder here. So this is where you're going to drag the media. So you're pretty much going to need the project, which is under here, if it doesn't show up, because a lot of this is window management, right? So project is where your media appears, and timeline is where your timeline is, where the video and audio will be laid out and edited. So I'm going to take the first one. That's why it's good to have a naming convention, because I know the color cycle is first, then second, third, fourth. So I'm going to drag the first one, and automatically it'll show you the video. It defaults to over 5 seconds, and we don't want it that long. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm already going to shorten it to at least for now around 1 second, or a little bit over is fine. Then I'm going to drag the next one, shorten it. We can just guesstimate this thing. Then the third one. Because with PNGs, you know that it loops, and we can't have it too long, because then it may not even publish. So like this, right? That's and you want it overlapping so you can put the dissolves. That's what Premiere will do for you. Okay, so you see how it plays. It just moves to the next one, to the next image. Okay. So then we open up Window Effects, and which is, like I said, this is all about window management. Right now you don't need this, you can kind of close it. You open up Video Transitions and Dissolve, and I usually like the Cross Dissolve because it's simple, and I drag it on. You don't need it on the first clip, but you have to remember, and this is how you expand and contract your view. You want the duration of your effects to line up with the ending of the other clip, and sometimes you have to expand it to really see where you're at. And your mouse center click will actually help you scroll left and right. Okay, so here, what you can do is you can just, after you have this, you can view it. You can actually just scroll, see how it moves and smoothly dissolving from one to the next, the image to the next. You can just Command C and Command V and paste to the next clip. And since it's not all, you have to just make sure that it ends right. The duration ends at the end of the clip. And same thing here. Okay. So what you have is, when I play it, okay, there's one other thing that we have to do is to bring back the black, because the way loop works is it you begin and end, your beginning ending should be the same, so it doesn't blink on you. That's another thing that we have to kind of think about when we are doing animated GIFs, because it is a loop. So I'm going to go back to my project page and bring the first one and put it at the end. So I end with the same thing what I began with. So I'm just going to move it here. And like I said, we want to try to limit the overall length of this video clip to about 6, 7, 8 seconds. I mean, a little over is fine. Then when you bring it to Photoshop, you're going to have time to liberty to adjust it anyway. So I will put this one and paste it here, line it up. Now, there's other things that you can try too, is on our effects. I'm going to close this back up again. There's one thing called iris that this might work with this, with diamond, if I use it on, let's say, here. And as you can see, the red means that it has to be rendered. So because it's an effects, it probably requires more. But see what it does? It works really well with this design. So that's what I'm going to do for that. And then it just moves to this. You can even try some other things like other dissolves, white. Barn door, sure, let's try that. And see a basic, sure, I'll try it. Okay, and that is my transit, or my clip, pretty much, that I'm going to import back to Photoshop. So I'm going to export the media. It's going to say color cycle MP4. If you click here, you can assign it to where it's going to go. So I'm going to put it in tutorial files because that's where my organization is, but you're going to have your own. So you just have to know where to put it and remember where it goes. Okay, so I save, export, and voila, that's what I have. I go back to Photoshop. Here it is, right here. I'm going to start a new file, and since it already remembers my parameters, I'm going to say color cycle animation. Okay, and then I'm going to file, import video frames to layers. So I know that I put it on the tutorial files, grab it, and this is the easy part because it just automatically creates the frames and the timeline for you. But we want to do is select limit to every, in my case, I'm going to say limit to 4 frames because it should be enough. And because otherwise you'll have so many frames to deal with. And it's more than necessary. Already as it is, it's giving me, say, but not quite a few frames. All right, actually I can tell it from here. That's good enough, 38 frames. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I rewind. So it goes, as you can see, I don't need, there's a lot of frames that I could probably cut out, like especially in the beginning. So that's how it's looping. So what I'm going to do for mine, your eye is the best judge. I think I have too many in the beginning, so I will delete this. And so it starts, when my loop frames, it starts right away. Okay, that's it. And then you just export out, say for legacy. It will probably name, and you can actually preview it, what it looks like, and it automatically loads it. So there's my GIF. Go back to Photoshop. I say save, and I'm going to call it color cycle logo. And I'm going to go to the tutorial files, save it there, and there is my GIF. Okay, thank you. Hope that helps.